Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. My name is Olivia. Today is Friday, June 14th, 2019. It is a beautiful day here in the Willamette Valley of Oregon. I would say happy summer, but technically it's not. It's still late spring. But we've had summertime temperatures. It's been like a bazillion degrees here and super humid and muggy and unfun and cranky. Today though, it's supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be like in the 70s with a light breeze, and that light breeze is everything. So last 2 weeks, lots and lots of stuff have happened in the last 2 weeks. As you know, my daughter Allison graduated from high school. She graduated last Saturday. It turned out to be a beautiful day. It rained pretty much the whole week. We did not have the best weather the week leading up to her graduation, but the day of, gorgeous. Couldn't have asked for a better day. After her graduation ceremony, we came back here and we had a big barbecue, and we had family and friends come and help her celebrate her special day. And it was a lot of fun to catch up with a lot of them that I haven't seen in a long time. So lots of fun. She had a great day. The whole day, emotions definitely ran a little high. I did okay the whole day until the slideshow happened. And even though I knew that there was a baby picture and her graduation picture together, and I knew it was coming, still waterworks. So all in all, I was fine. My brothers did make fun of me, but you know what? Both of them cried during the slideshow too. So they might say, no, I didn't, but I heard from their wives, they got a little teary-eyed. So anyway, so she had a great last week of school. They went Monday and Tuesday. On Tuesday before she left for school, I had her pose for a picture with her kindergarten photo, and I posted it on my Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, I think that's probably when the emotions really started, like, oh my gosh, she's graduating. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the emotions ran pretty high that whole week. But it was a great week. My brother and his family arrived Tuesday just in time to attend Allison's graduation ceremony. She received her Avid sash, and then she also got the Presidential Education something award, and she also got recognized for her perfect attendance for all 4 years of high school. So it was really great that it was her English teacher made the award for her, because she's like, it's important to recognize when a kid comes dedicated all 4 years of high school, no tardies, there every day. She might not have had a smile every day, but she was there every single day. So I was glad that they recognized her for that. They went over to the beach Wednesday, and unfortunately it rained, which is pretty typical for Oregon in June. Then Thursday, she was home. And then Friday, they had like graduation practice. They did a grad walk where they went to the middle school and the elementary school, and all the kids come out and wish them well. Then they go back for a catered lunch, and then they decorate the gym. And then she came home, and we had another big family dinner. We pretty much had big family dinners from Tuesday all the way through until they left for the beach. So then of course her graduation, and we came back and had a big barbecue. And then Sunday, what did we do Sunday? I think Sunday just kind of ended up being a chill day, because my brother and his family went to go visit some of her family that lives here. And so we just kind of hung around, just kind of zombie, just from, there's that whole big rush to get everything done. And then the next day, I think we all kind of went to separate corners. And I sat here at the table working on cross stitch, catching up on Flosstube. So, and then Monday, I think we had another big family dinner. Yeah, I think we did. And then Tuesday, my brother, his family, and my dad all went over to Astoria, which is where they're at now. They're camping at Fort Stevens. And then tomorrow, we're all going over to Fort Stevens for another big family day. And then my brother and his family go off to Washington and do like that whole Olympic peninsula, or it's not, is it just the Olympic National Forest? They're gonna go see like Forks and Port Angeles, and then I think they're gonna go over to Victoria for the day. And then they're supposed to come back and be here on the 21st because the 22nd is my grandma's birthday and all new family stuff will happen. So a little bit of a break. So it's a good time for me to get caught up on making project bags because, you know, the last couple of weeks I haven't been a whole lot of time to, you know, add those back into the shop. And so that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days, what I will continue to do for the next couple of days. And does that catch us up? I think that catches us up. Not too bad for 6 minutes in. So stitch alongs. June 1st, we started the Basket of Cherries stitch along. It is a stitch along that I am co-hosting with Deborah, Canopied Stitches on Instagram. Sorry, Deborah, I almost forgot what your handle was. My brain's only about 50% here today. So we started this. I had actually intended to go slow in this one and kind of like work on it throughout the month, but with my family being here, there wasn't a whole lot of stitching that I did, and when I was too lazy to go and switch it to something else, so I just exclusively worked on this, even though I knew, I was like, Olivia, you gotta stop, you're almost done. And then I couldn't, I just kept going. I was too tired to go and try to pull something else to work on. So I have finished it, and I love it, and it's so cute, and I can't wait to get it fully finished at some point this summer. But this is a sal that will continue on, even though I finished. Continue, you know, if you have it and you know, there's some that haven't even started it yet. They're waiting for threads or the chart itself. You know, start it whenever you get it. You know, if you come across my video 5 years from now and you have this in your stash, just start it. Tag us in it. And that's something I keep forgetting to say when I post pictures of it, is to tag both Deborah and I in your posts. She's been really good about making sure to say that, but me not so much. So please tag us in them. Use the hashtags. The one for this one is bbcherrybasket, and I will make sure to put that in the description box below. But, you know, stitch it whenever you can. It's totally fine. If you want to stitch it in February, go ahead and stitch it in February. It's totally cool. Just let us know you're doing it so that we can cheer you on. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you my finish. Or I mean, well, yeah, it's a finish. It's not fully finished, but it's finished. So I use the called for colors, which are all of these lovely, beautiful, gentle art colors. And these now, so since I'm done stitching this, I will stick this in with the anniversaries of the heart because most of these colors are in it too. So I'll still be able to use those again. One thing that I did change and that I totally copied was I added my initial here, and I added it after I saw Robin, Magnolia Baby Creates. She had finished hers and she had put her initial right here, and I was like, that's genius, I love it. And I copied her. She totally didn't mind that I copied, so that's good. But here's what I've got. I feel like I'm a little bit not with it today. I don't know why. Maybe it was the rush to, you know, the husband just went off to grocery shop. The kids are both home because, you know, they're both on summer break. Ethan finished yesterday, and so I know that they're home, and maybe that's a little bit of my scattered thoughts because half of me is going, oh my gosh, your kids are home. They're going to hear you out here filming even though they don't care. It's a mind game. So here's my finish. and I love it. I've decided that I will frame this. I saw that they had a frame at Michael's. Wasn't really what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for, and so I think what I'll do is I will go to Hobby Lobby and see if they might have a frame that I can use for it. If they don't, I'm not gonna rush to fully finish it because, like I said, I do kind of have an idea of the style of frame I want to use. So I will also check out the Goodwill and see if maybe they've got something that is similar to what I'm looking for. But otherwise I'll just keep my eye open. Eventually, what my goal is in my bedroom. Right now I have a wall that's got little mini quilts and stuff on it, and they've been up for quite a few years and I'm ready for a change. And so I thought maybe I would do a mini sampler wall. So this one would go there, and then Sally Spencer is going to go there when she's finished. Savior's Praise will probably go there when it someday is finished. And then I have a couple of other samplers that I've collected that I plan to put in that space. It's not a big space, but it's big enough that I could put, a couple of big ones and maybe a few medium size, and then small ones like this one would be perfect. So that's kind of my goal. It's not something that I'll probably be able to do this year, but it's something that I can begin to stitch for, and with plans to have that sometime soonish, not like 20 years from now, but within the next couple of years, it'd be nice to be able to start adding samplers to that wall and kind of redoing it. So that is the plans for that. Another thing, so when I finished, you know what? I better talk about the other Sal first. So July 1st starts Sally Spencer. And I know I've talked about this since March maybe. So the time is near. July 1st kicks off the Sally Spencer sampler. We are going to call that BOF Sally Summer Stitching. This is another one where if you have it in your stash and you've been thinking of stitching it, join us. If you started it and you're looking for a reason to get back to it, go ahead and join us as well. If you come across my video 20 years from now and you have this in your stash, go ahead and start it. Tag us, let us know you're stitching it so that way we can follow along. I know that this chart is officially out of print, and I also know that you can still find it. You just have to do a little detective work to locate it. Or maybe you know a stitcher who's already stitched it and they'd be willing to let you borrow the pattern. But anyway, join us. We would love to have you. Again, Deborah, Canopied Stitches, and I are co-hosting this one as well, and we are already thinking of the one, so next June we were also kind of like thinking about what should we do next June. So there's going to be Sal's coming up. So if you can't join us for this one, maybe you can join us for one of the upcoming ones that we're going to plan. I'm stitching Sally Spencer on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. This one is a Belfast linen. Yes, Belfast linen. So it's the Lugana is a little bit more of a darker country mocha, and this one is a little bit more light, antique-ish, and I really like it. So I will be stitching it with that, with all of the called for colors. These are so cute. The only one I'm not like 100% sure is gonna work is this one. I'm not sure that it's gonna show up very well, so this color, Buttermilk, I might have to swap it out, but I'm gonna wait and see how it goes. That's the only one I think that may or may not work on this cut of fabric. So please join us if you haven't. I know that there's a lot of you guys who are excited to join us for Sally Spencer. There's a lot who have already finished Cherry Basket. There's a lot working on it, and so we're just so excited that so many of you guys are joining us, that you are excited to be joining us. And don't forget to tag us, tag both myself and Deborah, and I will put our Instagram names below. You can also tag me on Facebook. Deborah doesn't do Facebook, but you can tag me on Facebook, or you can post it to my Facebook page, which is Pumpkin Hollow Quilting, and let me know you're stitching it. I would love to see your progress. I would love to see your finish. You know, please feel free to join in. The more the merrier. So, okie dokie. Now I will show you what I've been working on. So, after I finished Basket of Cherries, I went back and picked up my Summer ABCs by Little House Needleworks. I started this during Stitch Mania. I think during Stitch Mania, I had ice cream done. Maybe I had just the ice cream done, and then I had the J and the K done. And so I started here, stitched the ice cream, and I've come all the way down here. The QR, the little cloud, and the start of the house is what I did last night. And I was so tired, I didn't even finish my stitches. I just left. I was so tired. I've been so tired the last couple of nights. And while I was stitching it, I realized that M, N, and O are the wrong color. It's the same color that Picnics was supposed to be in. And I'm trying to decide if I should just leave it or pick it out and put it in this color, which is what it's supposed to be. I'm kind of leaning towards I'm just gonna leave it because, I mean, honestly, you can't really, I know there's a dark spot for my camera right there, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I already changed the A because so my husband and my son and I and Allison are all born in different seasons. So Allison's a summer baby, I'm a fall, Ethan's a winter, and my husband Brian is a spring. And so on the letter that their name starts with, I changed the color. So for instance, this was supposed to be the red that you see here for apples. And so I just changed it to the darkest color, which I think is like 3021. And so I just changed it so that way, you know, and nobody's gonna know but me. But like with Ethan's, the E I changed to a different color. Brian's, I think it says bunnies, and the B is a different color. So I am stitching, I'm stitching this with all DMC. I have changed out, so I pulled the original colors that I wanted, and then I changed them. And so when I get all finished, I will make sure to post the conversion that I used, because I would hate to post currently and then down the road I change it, and then, you know, somebody's like, hey, you know, can I, you know, copy the same color conversion, and then, oh, wait a second, this down at the bottom is a different color. What did you use? So when I get it all stitched up, I will make sure to post the conversion to that. I'm stitching it on 28 count Summer Khaki, I believe. And I really, really love it. It's been fun, great stitch. I've made a couple of mistakes, but luckily I've been able to catch it before it went too far. So yeah, I think that's what happens when you stitch very late at night, because there was a couple of days I wasn't able to stitch at all, and then a few days I didn't get to stitch till like 10 o'clock, and it was probably a mistake, which is how I made the letter mistakes, but I might just leave it. Fun one. So when I finish that one, all I'll have left to do is autumn, and I've already decided that on the autumn one, it's also going to be on a 28 count Summer Khaki. I just like that color, so hopefully it'll look okay on my board when I get it finished. So at some point soon, I hope this month, and before summer officially starts, I hope to have it done, but I'm not sure. And I'm not gonna like kill myself to try to finish it in time. So, but that's all my progress. Not a whole lot. And I knew it was gonna be that way, especially with all the, you know, the family stuff going on. I knew that there was no way that I was gonna have a lot of progress. However, I saved some of my previous finishes to show in this video, so at least I had something to show. So one of the things that I finished, this I worked on and finished last summer, and the only thing that I changed this year was I redid the bow, because I think last year I had it done a different way and I didn't really like it, and I wanted it to have a Gingham Bow, and I hope that I don't think I showed this in my last video, so I hope that I'm not repeating myself. But the only thing that I changed, I added a Gingham Bow, and then I added the little Black-Eyed Susan, which is one of my favorite flowers. I stitched it with all DMC threads, and I stitched it, I think it was a 32 count that I kind of grunged up a little bit. It was, it's on the tip of my tongue, smoky blue. I think this was, it started out as a smoky blue, and then I just dipped it, gave it a quick dip in some coffee, and then baked it in the oven. I just wanted to grunge it up a little bit. So I don't remember the colors that I used. It was before I really started keeping track, but I do know that they were all DMC. And so the frame, I repurposed the frame. It had, I don't remember, it had like some sort of like a watercolor picture or something in here. And so I repurposed it in the hopes that I'll be able to use that to switch other pieces out too, because I just did the, where I did the magnets and the washers, or washers, magnets. So I guess it would be like Priscilla style finish. So at some point, I think there's like a witch stitch that I did last October, and I think I intend for it to go in this frame as well whenever I get around to fully finishing it, but I have a feeling it might be too big. So maybe that's why I never fully finished it last year. The other thing, and it's a huge one, well, not a huge, just a big box, is my box finish. So this is Hello Summer by Plum Street Samplers. This was the first in the series that I stitched, that I started with. I again used all DMC, and if I did write down the conversion, I will put that below, or I'll put the link to the blog post if I did. I have a feeling I didn't though, just because that was before I started keeping track of everything. The flowers I had in my stash, I collect them from the Dollar Tree, and then I wait until Michael's has like right now, all of their summer flowers are 70% off, and so that's usually when I go and buy all my fake flowers. And so I just put it in this neat little box that I found up in the attic that I painted. So it's great. And then it sits on my fireplace. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to show you some quilt finishes. So last summer, maybe it was the summer before, I found a pattern, and I want to say her name is Jennifer Jangles. And she had this little cute summer PDF. I don't remember if it was free or if it was only a few dollars, but this is it here. And this hangs on, ironically, the bathroom door. So I will, as soon as 4th of July is over, this will go up in the place of the flag that is there now. These are all few shapes, and then I just went around them with my sewing machine and just kind of did a wonky machine applique-ish. I don't know that it's really, I don't know that the quilters would technically refer to it as machine applique, but it's my wonky version of machine applique. And then, so this has been hanging up here, and I've been promising to show this. This is just, there used to be at Fort Worth Fabric Studios, I think. She used to have this as a freebie, and I don't think it's a freebie anymore. I think that she took it down and uses it in a kit, but I could be wrong. So the flag, and then I think it's just the flag. I don't think it's this, was part of that free PDF that she had out. This particular block, I think, came out of a Lori Holt book. think. It could have been this was one of the Farm Girl blocks, but I don't remember. I wish I would have kept track of everything that I did a little bit better, but I didn't know that I was going to be doing Flosstube. So I'm trying to be better about keeping track of everything. So this right here is hand embroidered, and I did it as part of a sewwhatalicia.com like a tutorial, and it is still available, and I will try to link it below. It's just an easy peasy stitch. I colored in here with crayon and then heat set it, and so my friend Retha and we actually have matching ones, and so she provided the fabric and I stitched up her piece for her. So it's very cute. I love it. It's one of my favorite patriotic mini quilts that I have hanging up. And I will try, like I said, I don't think that the flag PDF is available anymore, but definitely my, I know that my contribution to that tutorial is still available and up on Sew What Alicia's blog. The other thing I wanted to show you, so Allison, I mentioned that we had a graduation party for her, and so it'd be Allison's great aunt, so my grandma's younger sister, took Allison's graduation announcement. Let me see if I can get it. Took her, basically it was the stuff I sent her for Allison's party, so her, her graduation announcement and then her senior picture that I sent. She took it, she has a mat cutter, and so she just made it into a picture for her and gave it to her as a gift. And I'm like, this is so awesome. What a great idea to do with the announcements that you get in the mail. Just so awesome. And so this is definitely a great keepsake that Allison will have always. And I'm like, I almost wish I could send her mine so she could do one for me. But so great. But yeah, what a great idea. What a great idea. And so I wanted to share that today. As soon as, she unwrapped it and she showed me, I thought, I have got to show that off. It is such a great idea. I did post it on Facebook, but I didn't post it on Instagram. But what a great idea, honestly. I wish that I would have thought about that, especially since I had 2 graduation announcements that arrived here. I thought, man, if I only had a mat cutter, I could have done that. What a great idea. So, oh boy, I thought that I would have a little bit more to chat about. This one might be a little bit of a short video, but so let me show you one more quilt. I've had a lot of questions about this one, so let me go grab this one, and then I'll do a quick shop update. I'll announce my giveaway winner and announce the new giveaway. So hang on just a second. Okay. So hopefully, let me move this chair out of the way. Hopefully you can see this quilt. This is the Clamshell Quilt by Thimble Blossoms. So I know it's so big I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing in, but my 2 best quilting friends and I, a couple of summers ago, we each have a matching one of these. So my friend Retha had a ton of these leftover Thimble. I'm pretty sure the fabric line is by Thimble Blossoms as well, and so she had a ton of them she had left over, and so she let us raid her stash, and we all made matching it's either called Clamshell or Clambake. I don't remember. I should have wrote this stuff down. So yeah. And I know it is still available on their website. And I just realized I forgot something. And instead of pausing, I'm just going to go right over there and get it. Hang on a second. Okay, so Sorry about that. I knew there was one thing I was forgetting. So, happy mail. So I got some awesome happy mail last week from a very wonderful friend of mine on Instagram. And her and I have been friends on Instagram for, well, probably since I started on Instagram, because I found her. You know, you find people as you find anybody. You know, you kind of search like subjects and that kind of stuff. And that's how I found her on Instagram, and then we both like similar things, so you know, we've just kind of grown an Instagram friendship over the year. But so last week, Christy of Crosshatch Quilts, I can't believe I forgot your Instagram. I'm telling you, my brain is scattered, super scattered. So Christy of Crosshatch Quilts on Instagram, she made me this awesome patriotic pie pincushion, because we're both working on Queen of Freedom together. And so she sent this to me so I would have it as I work on my girl. And I think that is just so sweet. I love it. I can't stop. I mean, I have it over by my sewing machine right now, and every time I look at it, I can't stop smiling. It's just the cutest little thing. So thoughtful of her to make it for me. And thank you so much, Christy. I love it so much. Her and I have already chatted back and forth. But it even comes with these cute little patriotic pins. How cute, how cool is that? I just love it. Absolutely love it. So thank you. And she knows I absolutely love it. I mean, I love it. So I can't wait to get back to our Queen of Freedoms. And I know that we're probably gonna have to like touch base and figure out when we wanna whip our ladies back out again so we can get them done soon. So anyway, shop update. Let's do the shop update really quick. So like I said, last couple of weeks have been so busy with, you know, yard work and the prep for Allison's graduation that I haven't got a whole lot of sewing done. But these are the bags that are in my shop right now, as of right now. But I don't know as of when this video actually goes up tomorrow morning if they will still be in the shop. So the first one is this one, and then this one, little nautical one, kind of a vintagey nautical. And then there's this one, which I always feel like is more of like a patriotic paisley, and feather one. And this cute little farm one, which I keep thinking I need to make one for myself. 4th of July one. And I know I've had this particular one in the shop as well. And I just went over and they had a little bit of the fabric left, so I went over and bought some more. And this one. And I've got this fishing. These are like little fish. That one as well. And this polka dot one. And this one here. And this one. And this one. And this one. Another patriot. The only difference between the two is the lace is different. And this one. So some of these are made with my grandma's vintage lace, and some of them are made with newer lace that I picked up at Hobby Lobby because I'm starting to run a little bit low. I'm trying to, you know, keep my eye out when I go to like Goodwill. I'm trying to, you know, keep an eye out for vintage lace. I still do have some. Most of it is like off-white, so anytime I run across one where it needs like a white lace, a lot of the times it's going to be like the newer stuff. But I make sure in the description, you know, if it has the vintage lace, it'll say vintage lace. Otherwise, it'll just say lace. So that's kind of the difference of how you'll know. And then I do have more fabric, like I said, to make bags, and I thought I would just show the fabric. So here is a bundle of fabric that's going to be made into bags very soon, within the, probably next week is when you'll start seeing it pop up in the shop. And so there's that. I really like this one. It's like a hot air balloon. Love it. So you'll be seeing those pop up in the shop. And then of course the vintage chickens, I get asked a lot, will I be adding more? And I will. I found some. And then this stuff is like super cute. So look for those next week. A lot of new ones. And then of course I have like a bin out in my dungeon, which has some that I bought a couple of weeks ago that I didn't have time to make into bags. Oh, and then this one. So cute. Anyway, look for those very soon. Giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Sorry. With all of the family and everything being here, my vocal cords are like strained because I don't usually talk that much, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be coughing and hacking during my videos. Anyway, giveaway. So, last video, I did a giveaway for Thanksgiving in June. And so the winner would win a Lizzie Kate pattern called Autumn Button Up. And I picked up this pattern when I went to Acorns and Threads the last time. And I need to go back up there again because one of my patterns came in. I gotta go pick it up. And then the winner will also receive this bag. The question was, if you could do a reality show, what would it be? There was tons and tons of great ideas. I enjoyed reading through all of them. Some of them it was like, wow, I would totally want to be a contestant in that. But lots and lots of great ones. And it's funny because a lot of the stuff was a little bit similar. So it's always fun to read all the comments and see, you know, you would think that you would get like all of these variety of answers. And I'm always surprised at how like, even though it's not like the same, like I said, like have a reality show where you basically become Amish, and that's how you do it. And so, but there was a lot of like very similar answers, and so it's always really neat reading through them and finding out how similar we all are in the things that we like. So, but the winner, so the winner of all of this good stuff is Stitching 304. So get a hold of me via email. I will comment on your comment and I will get this in the mail to you next week. So congratulations. Thank you so much for playing. I appreciate it so much. This giveaway for this week, or these 2 weeks, is, hang on a second, it's right here, is, dun, da, da, da. So farming is very in right now. A lot of decor that follows like the farmhouse theme, or farm life and that kind of stuff is very in. Gingham is very popular, which I love because I love gingham. So I thought for this particular giveaway I would make one of these and give it away. And so here's the back. It's got all of the fun farm stuff that I love. The lace that I used was some that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, as well as the gingham. I keep thinking I need to make myself one of these because I love it. So, in order to win the project bag, what I want to know most is, what are you stitching this summer? That's it. Easy peasy, right? For me, I will be working on the summer ABCs. I'm going to start Sally Spencer in a couple of weeks. I am going to try to return to American Farmhouse, but at the same time I have a Little House Needleworks. It's the one where it's got the sunflower and it says home and it's got like a tiny little house. I've got that I also am planning on working on, and I kind of want to squeeze in there a little patriotic stitch between now and the 4th of July. So that's my tentative plans, and at some point I will be changing over and doing autumn and Halloween because I feel it calling to me. So it's getting close. I just want to finish a couple of summer ones this year before I dive into the autumn and Halloween stitching. But that's my question. What are you stitching this summer? Answer it in the comment section below. You must be a subscriber, like the video, and you could be the proud owner of this project bag. I also have one of these in stock in my shop, and if it sells out, I think I have enough that I can make 3 more, I think. Anyway, that wraps it up. Not too shabby for only having 2 things to show that's in progress. I thought my video would be a lot shorter, but anyway. So, thank you all, everyone who watches and subscribes to my channel, who interacts with me across all social media. I really do appreciate it. I hope that my video finds you well, and that you have been stitching and creating and doing all of the things. Do what you love. That's the most important thing. Do what you love. So I will leave you now. If I have forgotten anything, I will make sure to write it down and talk about it in my next video. The only thing is, in my next video, it's either going to go up on Saturday as planned, or it'll be a day late, because Allison has on Friday, I think it's like the 28th, that particular Friday, she has a freshman orientation at her college. Well, it's like a freshman orientation. So we will be going to do that. And so normally I would, film my video on Thursday, except my brother and his family might still be here. And so I'm not really sure. So it'll either go up as planned on that Saturday, or it'll just be Sunday. So, or Monday even. So it just might be a few days late, but I'll be back, promise. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Don't forget to enter the giveaway for the project bag. Must be a subscriber, like the video, comment below, what are you stitching on this summer? I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Happy stitching, guys. Bye-bye.